Enchanté! Happy Wednesday! How is everybody? I'm good. I just got in from work a little while ago. It was just a quiet, chill business people dinner kind of night at the restaurant. Can't complain about that. We got finished relatively early, so that wasn't too shabby either. But we are here to talk about our extended message from this morning's post on Instagram. I am Liz_Taylor_Magick on Instagram, Liz Taylor Magick. And you can find me there, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I post our reading there in the form of a photo and a blog. So yeah, if you don't already, please like this video. If you hate it, you can take it back later. Please subscribe to the channel. It'll help me grow. It'll help me get these messages out to other people who need them as well. And if you wouldn't mind, comment on the video. Let me know what resonates. Or if you don't know what to say, you can just leave an emoji. You can leave me a sunshine today. How about that? Or a lemon for my shirt, Liz Lemons. Okay, so I'm excited. I got a new deck. I bought the Wild Unknown Alchemy by Kim Kranz. Very excited. I felt that really aligns. We're always talking about doing spiritual alchemy on this channel. And I felt like, oh my gosh, this will fit right in with like the anchor message on Monday. I might start incorporating these on Wednesday. I've been using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle deck for a while, but I might, switch out with this alchemy one for now. It seems to be really in alignment with our soul education. So very excited. So today, for the middle of the week, it really, the message just piggybacked on everything that has come before it. I believe it was this week on our Sunday weekly energy oracle forecast, we got the merging card. And the imagery on that were like two little skeletons, almost like conjoined twins, who were merging at the skull. And so all week our themes have been about something merging, but also maintaining the individuality within the merging. So I think that follows our initiation right now to be able to embody this new up-leveled self, to start letting in new people, new jobs, new experiences, and try to meet these experiences as this new version of self and not try to, fall back into those old default patterns and things. So the initiations along the way are going to come up when we're faced with moments where, we have to, stand our ground or be our own individual self with our own individual needs and boundaries and opinions and thoughts and things, and be able to share those with another, but being able to stay true to your North Star as well. One example that's come up a lot this week was, say, if you have a writing partner, the material is what is key, right? Whether you're writing a song or a screenplay, you really need to focus on the story and put that first, the third thing between you. We did have 3 of Cups come up today. And for the first time, I thought about 3 of Cups as 2 individual cups pouring from their individuality into a third cup. Those 2 adding together to make 1, something from 2 combined to make its own third separate entity, right? And that can be like a screenplay written by 2 partners. It can be a business that is started by a partner. It can be a relationship that is begun with 2 people. It can be, a career path or what have you, but it's the elements coming together. So this today for Wednesday, out of the Wild Unknown Alchemy, we pulled, I'm not going to say the Latin words because I have been getting tongue-tied all day just trying to read them, but conjunction, followed by Coagulation. Aren't these really neat cards? I love these. I love the octagonal shapes. And sugar. It's so interesting. I'm going to, maybe I'll read these before I go into the rest of the reading. I think it'll set us up for good context. Because I pulled, I usually pull 3 or 4 tarot cards, but 6 came out today. So, and they were all very, it was like a very continuous story. Okay. Conjunction. All right. And you're going to love, like when I read the description and then you're looking at the imagery, it's like, I love Kim Kranz. Okay. So, conjunctio. Aloha, conjunction. Love, divine union, infinity. Conjunctio is the great alchemical operation of love. During this stage, we witness the miraculous work of 2 opposites merging to create a unique third form. Sun and moon unite to reveal the entire cosmos. Black and white unite to reveal the spectrum of color. Unlike coagulatio, conjunctio represents a conscious and benevolent union, one that springs forth from awareness, acceptance, and devotion. It is not a compromise, but rather an activation, a holding of tension and presence that allows each of the entities to thrive and express themselves. Experiencing conjunctio is one of the blessings of the human experience. Whether the bond is with human nature or divinity, recognize it by the stirring of your heart and an element of surprise. Through the opposites arises the infinite. I love how, it points out that this is the merging of 2 opposites, but they maintain their uniqueness, but they combine to create a third entity, right? Just like this, the 3 of Cups, right? It's like those 2 cups are poured into that 1 cup to make a third entity. To go deeper, look at number 2A, The Current Standpoint of the Mahatmas by Hilma of Klint. I'm not familiar with that. To ponder the center of the limniscate. I don't know what that is. The alchemist is patient and true to their own heart. Do not be fooled by preconceived images of what conjunction looks like. Love is creative and therefore seeks new forms. Take note if this card appears in the vicinity of the alchemical wedding or the Venus card. If so, the message of love is resonant, loud, and clear. Okay. Now, this card did not come up with the marriage card or the Venus card. However, the marriage card did come up in our lunation workshop. So something going on right now has to do with marriage. And it may not mean that something will result in marriage. It may mean that something is affecting your future marriage or your ability to marry or what have you. But, that's may not be applicable for everyone, but it was just something mentioned in the lunation workshop. So if you guys haven't watched the new moon workshop for Taurus, you can still watch it. It's the Taurus energy is going to be prominent throughout the whole cycle, the whole lunar cycle, like for the full 28 days. Okay, so our next card is coagulation. Solidity. adherence, stuckness. Coagulatio is the great chemical operation of earth. By way of this operation, we experience that which was fluid churning into a solid formation. The formerly disparate ingredients begin adhering together into a fixed and solid unit. The result is visible, reliable, and eventually concrete. When you hear the phrase, "it is finally taking shape," coagulation is underway. The shadow aspect of coagulatio is that the elements may have come together without much awareness, and in turn they become unconsciously attached. Inertia and resentment set in. The parts can no longer separate, even if they wish to. Many long-term relationships have coagulatio aspects, a naturally occurring codependency by which both parties feel unseen or unknown as individuals. The work of coagulatio is to experience the merging with other while not losing oneself in the mush. Again, it's about merging without losing the self. To go deeper, look at the sculptures of Louise Nevelson to ponder merging into traffic. Sulfur and lead are agents of coagulatio. Take note if these cards appear in the same reading, as it would indicate an advanced state of stuckness. When the card appears, the alchemist must discern whether the earth element is helping or hindering the work. The work is the attachment. The earth element is helping or hindering the work. Is the attachment one of benevolence or convenience? Oh, okay. Is the attachment one of benevolence or convenience, right? So is something coming together because these elements are solid and have stability and endurance and durability, or are they coming together because of apathy, because of stuckness, because of stagnation, because of complacency, right? Or because of, like, you know how you'll settle for like someone that you're not really that into, or stay with someone that you're not in love with anymore because you're just like afraid of change, or you know you're afraid of being alone. You like that warm body, you know, next to you, right? That can be that shadow side of coagulation. And then finally, I want to read sugar. Sacred sweetness, pleasure, attraction. Oh, how sugar dances on the tongue. No matter how intellectual and scholarly our pursuits, sugar reminds us of our longing for simple pleasures. Until the 12th century, our need for sweetness, it is, after all, one of the 5 essential tastes in Ayurveda. Ayurveda, I'm having a hard time pronouncing that, was fulfilled by raw honey offered by the bees. This material had many medicinal properties and was known in alchemy as a sacred elixir. Now most of our sources of sweetness, both literally and metaphorically, are highly processed, defined for us by a culture of consumption. This card is a call to explore the simple sweetness in life. You can add tenderness to your alchemical experiment. Oh, can you add tenderness to your alchemical experiment? How about joy or even laughter? It is likely the pleasure you crave will not be found from manufactured means, but from the childlike wonder residing in the heart. Remember the alchemical wisdom of like attracts like. To go deeper, listen to Nina Simone performing the song, "A Little Sugar in My Bowl." To ponder the power of attraction and aversion. Pleasure is healing in and of itself. What is the simplest, most feasible means of joy you can participate in today? It does not have to be big and boisterous. Joy is everywhere. One of sugar's physical attributes is stickiness. See how this concept affects the cards within the reading and the personalities involved. Attachment rarely serves. So yes, there is this like kind of heads up theme in this reading. It's like, and through the whole week, it's been like, yes, don't fight something coming together. Allow it to come together, but it needs to come together with balance. It needs to come together without codependency or attachment because of scarcity or lack. It needs to be a strong and healthy interdependent mingling. You know, temperance was coming up for us for weeks, right? This is not an unconscious, like this is like, do this thing, but do it very deliberately and consciously and slowly and patiently. Do not rush in. Do not do something willy-nilly without thought, or go very fast without being able to build sustainable infrastructure, right? Whether this be about a job or a new career, or maybe you're starting like a new level of education in something. Maybe it's a new relationship. You know, especially with new relationships, it's like they're very precarious, and we oftentimes want to rush in, and because everything's so fun, and we want to, you know, be immersed in the other, but that's usually when things get too heavy too quick, and it causes the bonding to backfire. So it causes what we call in Kabbalah a short circuit of the vessel breaks, and it can't hold the light because it was created too quick without strength and sustainability. So go forward, but go forward slowly and deliberately, and take your time. We got King of Swords, the World, and the Sun. So the King of Swords is an astute leader. He takes authority. He has authority with people, even if he's not a person who's literally in a position of authority. And so the way that I read this was, take authority over your life and over your destiny, right? The hunter theme has come up so many times this week. It's like, your eyes are wide open, you see what's going on, right? And so you have the clarity now and the discipline and the self-control and the self-mastery to choose wisely and be the leader, be the captain of your own destiny. The world is your oyster right now, but we have to overcome our old tendencies, right? And the sun is here as the sun is always like a joyous confirmation. The sun is the card that says, yes, whatever this is, there's joy and abundance and blessing coming out of this. This is a harmonious and abundant and positive confirmation card. You know, the sun is all about growth and illumination and the light and awakening. The world is having completed a major cycle. So this is like the king knows better now, right? Because of everything that they've been through. And so it's like, now that we've been through all of these lessons and we've come through an entire cycle, right? We've been learning recently in our storyline and these messages that we've come to the end of a major cycle in our life. And we've been preparing for that and going through that ending for the last year. So now that we're finally at the end of this and we have all of these lessons, part of the world card now is like, hey, yeah, you've learned and you've done the work and now you're free to go in any direction. And so there's like really like hope and joy and abundance right around the corner, right? In the Lunation workshop, there was so much emphasis on not worrying, not making a big deal about things, knowing that you deserve love, you know, all of these very like reassuring statements. So if something has recently not worked out, there's a very good chance that that was one last little thing that was like a test or a preparation, or one last thing that just puts the nail in the coffin for you on that old pattern, or really allows you the clarity to like see where your blind spot was, so that the next thing that comes around, it might be like the next thing might be the for real thing. And so, and maybe it's, you know, maybe it's going to be a few months from now or whatever, but it could be developing right now. But there are good things coming. And I think that part of what is coming, it's going to require like us to put into practice everything that we've learned up until now. But we're going to have to take authority over our life and choose with intention and like move in that direction, but like continue to move very intentionally with maturity and discernment and wisdom. Underneath the King of Swords, we had Three of Cups. This was underneath the King of Swords and conjunction. So the conjunction was about the lovers, the union, the coming together, the two parts making the third entity. The Three of Cups is under that. Now the Three of Cups, that's what we've been talking about, those two cups making a third entity, right? So the Three of Cups talks about celebration, graduations, engagements, pregnancy, birth announcements, right? So you can see how those things are all like this step and this step equal this step. So there's something coming together. Something is coming together in our lives right now. Something that has been in the works as far as like our fortunes and destiny and from the spiritual side of things, I think for a while. So we've got the Three of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Ace of Swords. And I feel like this is like, we're so ready to party. We're so ready for the next phase to begin, but there's still a part of us that just feels a little bit stuck, a little bit scared, a little bit despairing. And we feel like we've outgrown the confines of what we've been living under. And we're ready for more, and we're ready to spread our wings, and we feel so trapped and like stuck, you know? But what we don't see is that the lid is already off the cage. You can just get up and get out. And what's interesting too is that here we have, on the other side of it, we have Ace of Swords with the very key. It's like, you already have the key to what you need to become unstuck, untrapped. You're not even trapped. You've got the key. The key, you know, was under sugar, the sweetness, the sacred sweetness coming. It's like all of these things that are becoming solid. But first, we have to get out of whatever was this cycle that is ending that was keeping us stuck, right? We have to finish the lessons from this cycle to get us unstuck from this cage, right? So that the coagulation can happen in a positive way to bring the elements together in a solid and sustainable way that's going to have endurance and durability. Let's see. I think that's all I wanted to say. I think that there's good things coming. The Ace of Swords is always a confirmation that like it's like a yes, a hell yeah. And so is the Sun. So we've got the Sun card and the Ace of Swords coming up. It was like in the same column. It was sweetness, joy and abundance, yes, rebirth, reawakening, starting fresh, new joy, confirmation of a yes, a big capital yes, and then also with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords also talks about a moment of clarity or a breakthrough, or like coming out of a time of turmoil and finally having like mental inner peace again. Just a clear mind and a clear head and a clear heart. So yeah, I think good things are coming. I think that something is taking place it could be several areas of your life all coming together at once, but big things are brewing and happening. Multiple times this week we've gotten this merging theme, and multiple times this week we've been urged to go forward with the merging, but just to maintain our individuality and remember and put into practice everything that we've learned up until now. And that's how we're going to set ourselves up for the greatest success, to have a positive new start and to maintain that and to not fall back into the old patterns and into the old storylines and into that broken record of things that we're just so tired of experiencing and living through again and again. So good things are coming. Happy days. Celebrations. Hot girl summer, you guys. I'm looking forward to having just a hot girl summer kind of an attitude for a minute. All right, y'all. Well, we will be back tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday for our romance oracle reading. And yeah, I hope that y'all have a great day in the meantime. Be good, but not too good. Ciao.